Okay, so in lesson 19, we're going to be looking at variables, and variables essentially means the same as what it means in your math class, where you use a word or a letter to replace or to substitute another value. So we started the lesson by looking at different programs, and we are setting specific pixels, specific values, but rather than repeating those values over and over again, what we're asked to do now is to set a variable. And they've done that right here for us. They've set the variable length to have to 50. Okay, that's where they set the variable. So when we use the word or the variable length, it's always going to represent 50 now, the value 50. So we're going to be using that now to make the artist move forward. I'm sorry, to have the artist jump forward and down. So if we just run this, we're going to notice, of course, the code's not working because, well, it's just not doing what we need it to do. So we need to make sure they're jumping forward and down. Okay, so to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to remove this move because, let me show you, because once we run the code once, I wish they had a function, but once we run the code, it's going to run a triangle, and we're going to end up back here again. And I think one of the key things we need to remember is we want to start at the same kind of corner. That's a big strategy I kind of use with a lot of us. We want to start at this bottom left corner right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move 50 to the right, and to do that without drawing anything, rather than use the word move, I guess, I'm going to jump 50 to the right and then jump 50 down. Okay, so 50 to right, 50 down. So let's go ahead and do that. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump forward, and it's already set by length. Remember, length is 50, so we're going to move 50 to the right and jump down 50. Since there's no jumping down option, we're going to make sure we use the rotate or turn. We're going to turn right by 90 degrees because we're just going straight down. And then we're going to have to jump forward again by 50 degrees. Remember, length is 50. And then this time we're going to turn left because we want to make sure we're oriented by the same in the same direction. So if we hit run, we're going to notice it works this time. Okay, so that was puzzle 7. I wanted to focus on that. We're going to take a look at puzzle 10 now. Puzzle 10, we're going to be setting our own variables. So we'll start by doing what they asked. The squares have 80 pixels on the side. So we're going to set the length to 80. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and start by designing the square. Okay, and then after that, we're going to go ahead and make sure we jump 80 pixels over and 80 pixels down between each one. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's start by designing that square. Let's actually put the comment inside. We're going to start by making sure that we're going to move forward by the length, and then we're going to turn left by 90 degrees. Okay, so that's going to make one square, of course. And just like before, we want to focus on that strategy where we're going to want to make sure that we have we start at the same space each time. We're going to want to start at the bottom left each time. Okay, so I guess just like before, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to jump again. We're going to want to jump this time 80 to the right and 80 down. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is, we're going to have it outside of this. We're going to go ahead and jump forward by 80, or the length. We're going to turn right by 90 degrees. We could also set that variable if we wanted. We could set a new variable. I guess they don't let us in here. But we, in the future, we could also set a variable for 90 degrees. But anyways, turn right 90 degrees. Then we're going to jump forward. And then we're going to go ahead and turn left again by 90 degrees. And this is not going to finish, but we're going to want to repeat this 4 times. Okay? So let me go ahead and remove those. We're going to want to repeat all of this 4 times. And I believe we should be done. Okay, so that is puzzle 10.